My mom is the biggest part of my life, aside from my daughter and my kids. My mom is the driving force behind who I am. Watching my mom lose her husband and just kind of being like, it's sad, shit happens, but we're moving forward, Mara. Like, and that's kind of how it's always been.
It's just you and her?
I'm the only child. Yeah. So my mom has been my biggest fan, my greatest cheerleader. She's always there. She always made me believe that there was nothing in life that I couldn't do. I grew up here. I grew up here in Fort Lauderdale. I was born and raised here. Actually, I grew up 30 minutes down the street.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
How was that? How have you seen the growth and the progress of Fort Lauderdale?
Well, I don't spend my time here when I come here because I have offices in West Palm and in Coral Gables. So
Yeah.
So this is actually the first time I've been here in years.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, it looks exactly the same. I mean, I know exactly where I'm at.
Right.
I know that I'm near Las Olas. I know that. I know I'm on Avenue of the Arts. But growing up, I mean, I grew up in a pretty, I would say for the most part, as normal as it could be. I grew up with a single mom. My dad died when I was really young. He died when I was 6 years old.
Wow.
And my mom kept my life for the way that I thought it, as normal as it possibly could have been. I don't think I ever lacked for anything. But there was definitely a stigma growing up that there was a predetermined destiny for me to go to law school.
Okay.
And that was just kind of like the
Put
pressure.
on you by who?
My mom.
Okay.
That's what she wanted. Like, what nice Jewish mom doesn't want their daughter to be a nice Jewish attorney? So that's what I did. I actually went to school right down the street at Fort Lauderdale High School for pre-law. At that time, they were trying to integrate the schools, and they had a program for law.
Very cool.
And I spent high school literally like right down the street.
That's awesome.
Yep. And that's where I spent my childhood.
Did you actually practice law?
I never did. I didn't get that far. I went to UCF. I have both a master's degree and an undergraduate degree from there. But by the time I graduated, it was in 2007, 2008. And at that
middle
time,
of the crash.
Yeah, I was already married. I had my first child, and my ex-husband lost all of our businesses. 6 businesses gone like that.
Wow.
So there was no money for me to go to law school. And so that's what ended up happening.
How'd you guys rebuild?
One of us rebuilt. The other one never did. So How did we rebuild? And the story is very honest, and he'll tell you he happens to be one of my best friends in the world. We're just not good being married. We're much better not being married at all. Although I'll probably be stuck with him for the rest of my life. But how did I rebuild? So when the crash happened, we were drowning in debt. So we had to figure out, what we were going to do, what household bills we could afford, which ones we couldn't afford.
Yeah.
And one of the highest bills at that time were my health insurance premiums. So I went online, I was looking to lower my health insurance prices. A girl comes, sells me health insurance. I never thought twice, ever, about it again. Monday morning, her boss calls me and is like, hey, I know you met with Tiara. I'm thinking it's like a quality assurance call. He's just calling, check up, see how everything is. Met with Tiara, and I think she really recommended you, that you would do really well with sales. And I just kind of chuckled. I'm like, I never sold anything, not even a Girl Scout cookie. Like what? And he was like, come to this job interview. I'm like, at that point, I had nothing going on because the job market was so terrible. The economy crashed. So I said, okay, I'll go. So I go, and I walk in, and there's probably like 150 people in this room.
Wow.
I'm like, what is this? I had no idea what was going on. I'm thinking like
this is in Fort Lauderdale?
This is in, no, this is Orlando.
Okay.
We had moved, my ex-husband and I, we had moved. Once we found out that we were pregnant, I moved back. I lived here for a little bit, and I moved back. We had to move back because that's where the house was that he built originally, and we were going to lose everything if we didn't move back.
Got it.
So I go to this interview. It was completely bizarre. I'd never experienced anything like this in my entire life. There was like some guy at the front, and he's going on, and he's like going. I had no idea. I bolt out of the door. He finds me at the end of the hallway. He said, well, what'd you think? I said, absolutely not. Like, I think about,
Absolutely not.
like, think about what? He's like, about doing sales. I'm like, no. In the family I come from, like, the only acceptable career was either a lawyer or a doctor.
Right.
Sales, like, super cliche. And he said, listen, I think you do really well with it. Have you ever heard of residual income? I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about.
This guy's a closer, huh?
Yeah, definitely, because I didn't even know what he was talking about. And next thing you know, I'm signing up. I'm paying him $500 to get a license to get health insurance, to sell health insurance.
Yep.
So I get my license. I didn't pass the first time, but I do get my license after the second time. And I walk into a situation that I had no idea about. I didn't know that I was going into a predominantly white male company, older white male company.
Yeah.
The only connection I had was the girl that sold me health insurance. So I think there was like 3 of us, 3 young girls, and the rest were like exactly what you think of insurance men looking like.
Kind of perfect if you think about it. In the sense, because you have an entire market that you could cater to, right? That they can't touch.
I don't think that I saw it like that. I was 25 years old. I'm thinking this whole situation is crazy. You know, at this point, like, we're losing money at this point. I have no job, no real job. The only thing that I have is this 215 license that I'm hoping is going to do something, but I'm still unsure because I have no idea what I'm even about to embark on. No idea. So I get involved with this.
Took you about how long to get your first sale?
6 months.
Wow.
I did horrible. I did awful. I fell over and over and over. Now, mind you, we had no money. So we were begging and borrowing from everyone we knew.
Why did you stick it through 6 months?
Because I'm relentless. I don't think that I don't know how to walk away sometimes. And I didn't really have anything else going on. That was the truth. You know, I think in the interim, maybe I tried to get a job, but only to find out that, you know, I was going to make $30,000 a year, which was never going to cover my student loan debt. And I had 2 girls that were the same age as me that were banking. And I'm like, if these chicks can make this kind of money, I can definitely do this.
Yeah.
So
you learned a lot in 6 months, probably.
I think I learned the hard knocks. I would say if anybody wants a good lesson of life, you go into sales.
For sure.
So I definitely learned a lot. I learned a lot about people. I learned a lot how to read people. I learned how to connect with people. I learned how to become a chameleon. I mean, I knew the language of sales. So while I fell I must have fallen on my face so many times. But not realizing at the time that every time I fell, I took another building block to help me succeed. And that's kind of where it started for me. And then 6 months into it, I have like an introspective moment. I think we all do. You know, it's this moment where I'm like, all right, this is it. Either I'm going to do this or I'm out. And at that time, my daughter was 9 months old. And at that point, there was no online sales. This was all you drove, and it was MapQuest. It was MapQuest. There was no maps either, so you had to print out. You had to print it out. Yes. So you have to understand, like, we would book our appointments. We would have like point A, B, C, D, but you had, in order to get to B, you had to first go to A, and if you had to get to D, you had to go to B and C.
Right.
So it didn't matter if they weren't home. So you still had to go because there was no alternate routes. So now I'm like traveling in my car, and I remember I made this appointment. It was 45 minutes away. My daughter's 9 months old, and I drive 45 minutes to an appointment. And I remember thinking, like, this is it. Like, we're gonna go big or I'm going home. So I walk out and I walk up to this house. It was like this dilapidated house. And I'm like, all right. So I walk up, I knock on the door, and this guy comes out who is completely uninsurable, because the clients we take, they have to have like a specific protocol in order to get insured.
Makes sense.
The guy is completely uninsurable. There's no way we're insuring him. So I'm like, all right, maybe the wife. So the wife comes. I'm like, oh, she's worse.
What?
So now 45 minutes, we have no money. Okay, this is it. We had no money. I think I used the little bit of money I had for the gas. So I walk away without the check, without my dignity. And I walk in the car and I'm like, I'm done. Like, this is it. There's no way. I'm not doing this anymore. And I call my mentor and I said to her, I'm done. And she was like, what are you done with? I'm like, I'm done. I'm not doing this anymore, ever. And she was like, well, like, why wouldn't you do this? And I'm like, Trina, I just drove 45 minutes. She's like, Mara, did you confirm that appointment before you went? I said, no. She said, okay. She's like, well, what happened? I go, I couldn't sell them. They were uninsurable. She goes, did you bother asking the knockout questions that we ask? I said, no, I didn't do that either. She said, Mara, did you ask about the wife? Yeah, no, didn't do that. She said, Mara, did you try selling them? We have other products, you know? No, didn't do that either. So I hang up the phone because, you know, at this point, it's everybody else. It's not me. I'm not the problem. And I hang up the phone, and I'll never forget. I look in the mirror, like the rearview mirror, and I'm like, it's not everybody else. It's me. It's definitely me. And that was it. That was the moment of introspection where I was like, this is it for me. And I went from making no money to, in the next 6 months, I made $92,000.
Wow.
And that's where it started. Yeah.
Did you go back in that house?
No, I didn't need, I mean, no, after that, there was like really no reason. And I was already halfway home and pissed off. So I wasn't going back to the house. Not that they were mean to me, but I just learned how to navigate, and anytime, what you learn in sales is that it's a numbers game, number one. People buy you, number two.
Yeah.
And number three, get used to rejection because it's going to happen. And you have to be able to navigate. So for me, it just became a game. And I started to love it. Like, I love the win. I love the high of it. And selling was just a big part of who I became. And then from there, I did very, very well in sales. And then one of the leaders in the company said, you do really well with building. I think you can build teams and recruit people. What does that even mean? Like, what are we doing here?
Next challenge.
So that's where the next part of my career started. I had left, too. I left the company for 1 year. I left to become a broker where I could sell multiple lines of insurance. And I did okay. I did fine with it. It just wasn't like the opportunity that I had. So I was offered to come back. But this time I had already known all the carriers out there. So I knew every competitor. I knew every,
the ins and outs.
I knew everything about it. And then I became multifaceted because they showed me how to recruit. And as soon as I recruited, I realized that people liked me. And I also realized that something had to change, that I had to start recruiting people that looked more like me. Because once you start to recruit people that were more like me, they were younger, they were, different ethnicities. You have to understand, like I told you from the beginning, like the company was predominantly older white males. By the time so this is like, at this point, I'm probably 4 years in. Between leaving and coming back, it's still looking
2012,
like that.
2013.
Yeah, it's about that, 2012, 2013. That's exactly when it was. I'm like, me and my girlfriend were like, and she started first, like with the demographics. I'm like, we got to change something up. Like, this is a grinder's business.
Yeah.
We are not going to be able to get to the sales goals we need to go with these guys that we're hanging out with. Like these 55, 65-year-old men, this is not going to work. And together, we changed the trajectory of the company and the demographics. We started hiring. Yeah, we started hiring young men. I'm not going to tell you what gym I got kicked out of, but I recruited all their people right out of their gym. So I started with the gym. That was like my big break. I took everybody out of this specific gym, like all their big members. And then we started, we were able to hire Black people, Spanish people, gay people. It didn't matter. We were just looking for a different demographic because
but hustlers.
Of course, we wanted grinders. We wanted young grinders, and we wanted to be able to sell to people that they identified with. So what happened? We went from becoming like, I don't know, $200,000-$300,000 team to a multi-million-dollar team to eventually $1 billion team.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
How many were part of your team?
How many agents?
Yeah.
I mean, I would say throughout the year collectively, I've probably had over 1,000 to 1,500 agents underneath me.
That's crazy.
At different periods of time. Yeah, I have 11 offices right now throughout the U.S.
Had a sick commission.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was great. It was great. We had some great bonus checks, but it was never, ironically, what's funny is like I like nice things. I'm not even.
course.
I'm not. Definitely not
No,
apologetic.
so do I.
I am not. Like I'm unapologetic. But it was never the money that was the big thing for me. It was the recognition.
Yes.
It really was. And then being able to show other people the dream. So like my nephew right now sells, which I love it. I love seeing my little 20-year-old nephew. He's like banking. I have my brother-in-law, my ex-husband. It's so weird. He works with me. My husband is
That's
one of my
awesome.
regions. Like everybody that I know
You recruited everybody.
is everyone. They at one time or another worked with me, and they made a lot of money. So that was like, I would say that was like the big highlight of my life, is being able to change other people's lives.
Talk to me about your mom. What kind of inspiration was she to you? Because I feel like she was a big part of your life.
My mom is the biggest part of my life, aside from my daughter and my kids. My mom is the driving force behind who I am. You know, watching my mom lose her husband and just kind of being like, it's sad, shit happens, but we're moving forward, Mara. Like, it's, you know, and that's kind of how it's always been. You don't.
It's just you and her?
I'm the only child.
Only child.
Yeah. So my mom has been my biggest fan, my greatest cheerleader. You know, she's always there. She always made me believe that there was nothing in life that I couldn't do. And still today, I mean, my mom still, we call her the Rand. And like the Rand is ride or die. She'll roll out with me anytime. Like if
That's
I call
awesome.
her, she lives here in Fort Lauderdale. So like even if I call my mom right now, I'm like, hey, can you come meet me over? My mom will be here in 2 seconds.
That's awesome.
She's still like that, but she is, she's been, and my mom, I would say, is so progressive. She'll kill me if I say how old she is, but for how old she is so progressive, so open-minded, able to see like both sides of the spectrum.
Right.
And has always been like that.
Has good judgment call. She can really see through the gray.
Yeah, I mean, she's just my voice of reason. You know, anytime I really need somebody to like give it to me straight and tell me,
No
she's
fluff.
the one. No fluff. She'll tell me right to my face, exactly what it is. But also with like the determination that, you know, there's always light at the end of the tunnel. You'll get through it. Relax. It's not that serious.
You mentioned a mentor. Who is that?
I've had many mentors, but my initial mentor she happens to be one of my best friends, Tarina. And Tarina's she was the game changer to this entire company. She
brought you in.
Her sister did, actually.
Her sister brought you in. Got it.
And together, they mentored me, and then she really built the company, like really saw a vision far beyond anybody else. And I mean, she's dynamic. You meet her, you can tell in a minute. And she was the one that taught me everything when it came to like how to deal with people, you know, when to show all your cards, you know, be likable, you know, everybody's friend, nobody's friend. But at the same time, you know, you always keep it professional. So she was, she's still
Incredible
big,
education.
Yeah. Imagine a male-dominated industry, and these two. And at one time, we were 1 and 2 dominating the chart. She was the first person to hit $1 billion. I was the second person, both females.
Wow.
Yeah.
Had that ever been done before in the
No.
company? No.
We were the first and second.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's incredible. 2 women.
2 women at that. 2 eccentric women.
Young.
We were young. We were the youngest ones in the company. Yep.
That's incredible.
To eclipse over $1 billion. She went first. I went second.
Incredible.
Yeah.
What was that like for you, knowing that you were able to accomplish such an immense number of sales?
I mean, it wasn't just me that did it. Yeah, like my name is taking recognition.
100%, but you orchestrated it.
I orchestrated it, but I also feel like I had a great leadership team. You know, my husband was really intricate, and he's the mastermind. I always say I'm the face, he's the brains. It's a great accomplishment, but I don't think I ever stopped to like really catch my flowers on it, because you're only as good as your last sale, and that's kind of what sales teach you. So it was never like the moment. I think the moment that I realized I hit $1 billion, it was like at a meeting, and the CEO was like, I want to congratulate Mara Dorn. Here's your Rolex. And I mean, I wear it today. And Mara Dorn, and I had already done this though. I had already done $1 billion, I think 1.5 years prior. So when he said it, it was just like, oh my God, you know?
It
oh my God,
clicked.
I did over $1 billion, but it wasn't just me.
Right.
I was very fortunate. I've worked with some incredible leaders. I feel like sometimes I just got lucky. You know, I had some big highs in the game too. I had some big lows, But, I think everything kind of just worked itself out. And together, we built something that was incredible.
What was your biggest low?
Oh, man, I've had so many of them. I had one time, we were building, we were rocking and rolling, and you're always in competition.
Right.
There's always competitors, and there's people that always want to take your people. I had 30 people walk out, and they left via WhatsApp. So 30 people saying they were going to work for another company.
Wow.
Yeah.
In one day.
One day. 30 people, 30
That's
agents,
hard.
bye. Yeah.
What'd you do?
Nothing. I was like, next, whatever.
Goodbye.
Yeah, I always felt like if you took my team tomorrow, it didn't matter because I sold. So it wouldn't have mattered to me. And yeah, the commission checks are great, but the most money you make is the money you make off yourself. So I was like, if this is what it is, it's okay. And I did. I built bigger and better.
Smart.
Yeah, there was a lot of lows.
What did you learn from that? What was the lesson there?
The lesson there. I mean, most people, they're not loyal. And most people are chasing the dollar, which is really, really sad. And you know what's even funnier is it comes back full circle because half of those people came back and asked me for a job.
Did you give it to them?
I did. Some of them.
Yeah.
If they left on good terms, I did. Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure. Makes sense.
Yeah.
If they're good workers.
Yeah, I did. But I also learned to keep your distance. There has to be a very definitive line.
For sure.
When you're building something like that. Because the motto that I came from is everybody's your friend. You're hanging out with them, you're drinking with them, you're getting crunked, whatever, you're in. And then at some point you realize that that's not going to work.
Get too buddy.
You can't. You got to keep a major distance. There has to be a definitive line between who I am versus who they are. And it's not a better me versus them better thing. There just has to be a definitive.
I'm the boss.
Yeah, that's it. And we're going to respect it. Because there's been lows with that, You get too involved and then people get too friendly and they hold it over your head. So there's been a lot of learning lessons.
They get it twisted.
Oh yeah, they get it real twisted. And it's really hard to come back from that.
Yeah.
Making that clear distinction of, I'm not your buddy. I'm your boss.
As a podcaster, I needed a place to share my voice and hear other stories. That's how Forge Studios was born. A place created not just for me, but for everyone searching for something more. An environment where as soon as you walk in, you feel the energy and you feel welcomed. Where being seen and heard is part of the experience. A place for entrepreneurs to share their journey, for creators to bring ideas to life, for businesses to grow authentically. A space that values mental health, encourages real conversations, and supports those who turns ideas into impact. Here at the Forge Studios, creativity, culture, and purpose aligns and comes together to help you create something greater. A place where we leave the filters behind and we start expressing ourselves for real. The Forge Studio. Your journey starts here. Your impact starts now.
So how long have you been in this industry?
I started, how old's my daughter? I've been in 18 years.
Wow.
I want to throw up. I was 8 when I started. I want to just be clear about that. No, I've been in 18 years.
That's incredible.
Yeah, a long time.
Are you still in it?
I'm still in it.
Yeah.
I am still in it. Yes, I just came from my office in West Palm Beach. Yes.
Do you see yourself staying for how much longer?
I think it's unknown at this point. I think as long as I love it, and I feel like as long as I'm not washed out, I feel like sometimes people need to recognize when it's time to go.
It's true.
And I still have the energy. I'm still in there. I'm still doing the rah-rah. I still love it. But I think there'll come a point where I'm just not that cool anymore. And you have to, you have to be honest with what it is. It's a young man's game, young woman's game. And if I'm not resonating with the people, then I don't want to do it anymore.
Okay, I like that answer. Yeah, as long as you're still connecting.
I think once there's no connection, you got to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, talk to me about podcasting. Now, it's something that you've been doing for a little bit. Do you see that possibly being your next venture or no?
I don't know. I think it's for now. I think it's working out really well. I'm enjoying it. I get to meet incredible people, get to have incredible conversations with, all different types of people. For so long, I was stuck in a bubble in a world of health insurance with the same people. You're doing the same. It's almost like a cult. I hate to say it is. I mean, it is a cult. That's like cult in the best way possible. But, you're living, you're breathing, and you're eating the same thing for 18 years. I think it just gives me another perspective and allows me to see. I think, I read once, people have 2 careers in life, 2 real careers. I've had one. So I feel like if podcasting is the next one, we're going to explore it. But I don't know. I don't know if this is it for me. I don't know if that's my next venture.
I want to go deep into patterns that you have noticed in people who don't quite make it. Those that quit, those that say it's not for me. What are those patterns that you think that it takes to succeed in your company, in your group?
I mean, I say this all the time. Hard work's going to beat out talent every single time. They're lazy. This is not hard. Health insurance is not hard at all. But what happens is people get caught in their own head. They get in their own way. The minute it doesn't go right, or the victim mentality. It's everybody. It's the leads that suck. It's the people they're all broke. No one can afford insurance. It's the blamers, the victim, everything. They're victims of everything. You could tell. I could tell you probably within the first 10 minutes of meeting somebody if they're going to make it or not, just from a conversation. Asking them specific things. Have you ever made $100,000? Which is fine. They can say no. Can you see yourself making $100,000?
Right.
They say no, then I already know.
Yeah.
There's no way.
There's a barrier there.
Yeah, you can't. If you can't even visualize yourself making $100,000, how are you?
You won't make it.
It's never going to happen. Yeah. No. Or the excuses. Those are my favorite people. There's an excuse for everything. Those are the ones I love. I can't do this because. They're using negative definitive language. Once you start using negative definitive language, it doesn't work. And the people with no confidence. There's a trait in people, and I say this with like tongue in cheek. You have to have chutzpah in order to do sales.
Yes, you do.
You know what's chutzpah?
Of course.
You have to have it.
My wife is Jewish.
Okay, so
my kids are Jewish.
Right, okay, so you have to. If you don't have chutzpah, it's not working.
I agree.
You have to.
Yes.
Can you teach chutzpah? I don't think you can teach chutzpah. I think you're born like this. I think I think that you can develop some of your skills, but I think innately somebody that's going to be good, they're always going to be good. It's whether or not they're going to use their power for good or bad. But you have to have chutzpah in order to, and grit. Without that, you're not making it.
So you think that you can't teach that?
I think you can develop it. I don't think you can teach it. I think people are naturally born with
Understood.
it. That's what I think. I think you can definitely, that I do believe that. I think you are naturally born like this. I think I've always been like this. I think I've always been a natural. I don't know that I've always been this confident because that comes with age and experience.
Right.
But I've always had chutzpah. I've never had a problem pushing the limits. I always had grit. I've had no problem working, just even in school. Like I always wanted to be the overachiever.
You have a high risk tolerance?
It depends what you're talking about.
Okay.
Like if it's like risking my money, no.
Okay.
I'm not a gambler. No.
What about like risking in business?
Depends what it is.
Okay.
It depends what it is. Yeah.
Probably more 10 years ago than now.
Well, yeah, because then you have a lot more to lose now.
Right.
I would say risk as far as, I definitely had a lot of risk. I came in when I first started building, I think I had $10,000 in my account. And it cost $30,000 to get this office going. And somehow I made it work. Because they say if you build it, they will come.
Yep.
So I would say it was more of a risk taker now. Now I would say it's more calculated risk.
Right.
That's more calculated than before. Before you have nothing to lose. So I'm like, 30,000, I have 10. What's going to happen? But I'm definitely more calculated when it comes to risk.
Yeah. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Where do you want to be?
Everybody asks me this question, where do I want to be? I don't know. I want to be in a place. I feel like when I went to Europe, right? Everybody is like, they're living. We're working to live. Like, I want to be in a place where I'm intentional and I'm really living in the moment. I feel like everything is so like hustle and bustle,
Yeah.
and I'm missing out.
What's next?
Everything is like, what's the next thing?
Yeah.
And everything's going quicker too, because now you have AI and everything's speed. So like at some point, I would really like to enjoy and live in the moment. My kids are getting older.
Yeah.
You know, I have a little one that's 8 years old, one that's 18, one that's 15. I'd like to find a place where I can be intentional and really live in the moment with the family.
How many hours do you work per week?
Oh, I don't think I ever stop. I mean, my brain never turns off. I'm constantly, I'm hustling something. I'm figuring out projects. I probably am working. I never stop. When you have your own business, you don't stop. Are there breaks? Sure. I took a 4-day cruise, but was I attached to my computer? Absolutely. So it's like there's no shutdown time. My
Right.
brain is constantly going. So I don't know, like, what do you mean, like, accounted for, like, in an office? I travel, so that's hard, but I think it's endless hours. It never stops. It literally never stops for me.
Do you see a point where you would want it to stop?
I don't think so. I like the chaos. It's an honest answer. I like the chaos. I do. I feel like when you're stagnant, it doesn't work. Like if you knew my day, what it looked like, you would think I'm a nut job. Like I'm a complete nut
Please
job.
tell me.
So
What does it look like?
So my day right now, I just started this like it's not hot yoga. It's like this hot mat. It's not Pilates either. It's hot workouts, these hot things.
Okay.
So I like to do it with my daughter. So I get up now. I used to get up at 5. Now I get up at 4 a.m.
Okay.
So I go to 4 a.m. class to do it with her. But then like it's not enough
What
for
time
me.
is this class?
5 a.m. So I get up
Okay.
at 4 a.m. We work out. We do the class from 5 to 5:45. But that's like not enough for me. So I come home and I work out again. So because I need like a real workout. And I
Okay.
need some time by myself. I need like a little time. And then
You're wired.
I'm insane. I'm seriously crazy. Then after that, the boys, right? Because you have a Jewish wife.
Yep.
The boys have to have hot lunch. They have to. So both my sons have to have hot lunch. So then that's where that starts. I make sure that they get to school. And then by 9 o'clock, that's when all the calls start. That's when the conference calls start. I'm either going to an office. By 12 o'clock, I'm on a Zoom pitch. I would say all day my calls are going. And then Monday
still
nights.
closing?
I recruit. I don't sell anymore.
Okay, you don't sell anymore.
I don't
Got it.
sell.
You
I
just
still
recruit. Got it.
recruit.
Okay,
I recruit
cool.
4 days a week. Yeah.
Okay.
And then Monday nights, I cook. I cook for the week. I don't cook every night. I cook like a smorgasbord of food for the week because my kids can't Uber Eats. Because if I'm traveling, they have to have a little piece of me, and I don't want them to.
That's
so
awesome.
so I cook. I mean, I have all kinds of stuff between like, I don't know, I have this Indian chicken I make, and then I have some salmon. I mean, this is going on. This is literally what my day looked like yesterday, and this goes on from like 7 o'clock until 11 o'clock.
Time to go to sleep.
I don't know, like 11:30, 12 o'clock.
And you're up at 4.
Yeah, like a nut job.
So you
Today I
get,
slept till 5. I did sleep till 5.
Okay. So
But
you're
yeah.
getting like 4, 5 hours of sleep daily?
Yeah, probably. That's probably why I slept so much on my cruise. But yeah, but I probably sleep about my brain doesn't turn off. I'm constantly thinking about, I'm not reactive, I'm proactive. So I'm thinking about what's going on in the business. How, my husband's super innovative. So I know he's doing innovative stuff. How are we going to implement this? How are we going to make this better? What are we going to do here? Where am I going next? What's the next thing that's going on? So it never stops. It's constant.
It's incredible.
It's crazy.
Could you and would you ever want to replace yourself from the business?
Not at this moment,
Yeah.
no. I don't think that I have found somebody that could really run the business as
The way you do it.
not the way, I have great leaders and the business runs. It does run.
Yeah.
But I would like to see the leaders, and it's shitty like to say, but you want your business to run the way that you want it to run.
For sure.
And I've never seen a leader that can run it the way that I think that it should be run. I think a lot of people lose themselves in the business, and a lot of components. The more money you make, the less humble you become. So I don't think at this moment I would want that. I would not want that right now.
I almost entered your world several times. A couple of years ago, maybe 4 or 5 years ago, a good friend of mine runs a region in New York, but this is for life insurance.
Yeah.
they've been trying to get me for years. I never budged. I never wanted to.
Yeah.
But they always told me that I'd be a killer, that I would be incredible at it. I always have that thought in the back of my head, like, how good could I have done?
I mean, it's never too late.
Never too late, right?
It's never too late to do life insurance. I mean, I just didn't do life insurance because it was too morbid for me.
Yeah.
It was like a weird sale, and like I have like a weird hang up on death, so I could never say like, how much would your wife be worth if she died? Like it was just too weird for me.
Yeah.
So I couldn't do that. But I mean, it's never too late. Financial planning, you don't have to go in that route. You could do financial planning. It's huge right now.
It's true. I do so much that I don't know where I would have the time to even begin thinking of doing that.
Right. It's a lot.
It's a lot.
There's a lot. I know. Trust me. I know that's my life right now. It's crazy. Always thinking of, and then you have to stay relevant, which is crazy. Even in the insurance game, like you would think it's just very like cut and dry. It's not. You have to stay innovative. We use AI in our business.
How?
Crazy. Like we generate calls using AI. A lot of we have one that's not screens your call, it rates your call. So basically the agent can hear where they messed up on the call. They'll score it for you. It scores the call.
That's cool.
So yeah, the agent can, as an agent is learning, it'll tell you like, you did horrible. Here's what you could have done better. So we use that, and then we have some that generate calls.
Are you guys selling more now door to door or Zoom?
No, we do everything. No more door to door. Everything is Zoom.
Okay, so do you think there'll be a time where an AI can do the sale?
I don't think it'll be legal. I think there's too many legalities. I think that's the problem.
Go deeper into that. What do you mean?
Well, you have to be licensed to sell insurance. You have to have you have to have a license.
That's a great point.
Yeah, I don't know that it'll be legal. It's the same thing like
That's a great
like you can have appointment setters, right, or VAs.
Right.
They can set the appointment, but legally and like with HIPAA and whatnot, I don't think that unless
the laws change.
Yeah, I just don't.
And they give robots that.
I don't know that AI would be able to take the sale from start to finish.
That's a great point.
It might be able to, I know that they qualify. I know there's AI that qualifies, but I don't think unless the laws change, that AI will take over on a humanistic phone call. I just don't think that that's going to happen. I could be wrong, but I don't think so.
No, that's a great point.
Unless the AI is going to take the 215, which who knows?
It probably could.
Yeah.
It would pass it
definitely.
too.
Yeah, for sure. But I do think there's still like a human approach when it comes to selling health insurance and connectability.
Right.
But I don't see AI.
A relatability, right? The robot can't relate to health insurance.
I mean, maybe in the future, I don't know. But right now, I don't think so.
Okay.
I could be wrong, but I don't think so.
No, I see the angle that you're coming from. How big is your team currently?
I have currently 500 agents in 11 offices.
11 offices. Where?
I have 3 here in Florida.
Okay.
I have 2 in Atlanta. I have 1 in Charlotte, North Carolina, 1 in Vienna, Virginia, 2 in Chicago, 1 in Colorado, and 1 in Vegas.
That's fucking awesome.
It's crazy.
Good for you.
It's a lot.
Are you bouncing around all day? Not all day, but all week or month?
So I do not travel as much as I used to, just because like Zoom. I mean, everyone uses Zoom now, and honestly, in the last 3 years, Zoom has just gotten so much better. And my direct line of communication, although every agent, like I'm very big on connecting with the agents. I know every single one of my agents' names. My direct line of connectability is with the higher leadership.
Got it.
So to Zoom with them, and like we look more at numbers. We look at leaks, bottlenecks. That's what we're looking at.
Okay.
So to go in the offices, yes, I used to go all the time. I'd run these crazy meetings. But now I'm like, I would say I'm a little less irrelevant when it comes to, they love when I come in, but really my job is to groom the leaders to become greater leaders. So I don't travel as much, but do I go? Yeah, absolutely I go. I was just in Chicago. I'm going to Vegas next month. So yeah, I do go. I was just in my West Palm office. Yeah, I still go to the offices.
Tell me the progress. So let's say I sign up, I'm a new agent. What's the growth process? How long? How do I grow? What does that look like?
So all the offices run a little bit differently, but pretty much the same thing. You get your 215 because you cannot sell a full sale. You cannot do it from start to finish without your 215. So you get your health, life, and annuities license. You come in. All of my agents, it doesn't matter if they're on the East Coast or West Coast, everybody starts at 8 a.m. Eastern. So that means Vegas starts at 5 a.m. and they're in there. Yeah, they're in there. 5 a.m.
Wow.
They roll 8 to 8. It's 12-hour days. They get a little break in between. They're grinders.
That's crazy.
I mean, think of Wolf of Wall Street.
Yes.
That's what you're
Is
saying.
that set by you? That rule?
That's just work. You can't mandate it because they're 1099.
Okay.
But this is we call it what's the best practices. Best practices is the term we use.
Got it.
So if you want to be successful, that's what it's going to look like your first year. You're going to grind. So you're coming in, you're on the dialer, you're going. I mean, and if you have no money, then you can't invest in leads. So you have to use the dialer, which is our CRM. That's how you go through the leads. So they're getting beat up on the phones left and right. We use texting platforms. So we do have a lot of texting platforms that we utilize, but they're coming in, I would say the first 2 to 3 weeks, they're either getting their license or simultaneously getting their license and they're getting trained.
Right.
Depends on the office.
Learn the script.
Yeah, exactly. That's what by week 1, by the end, we want them exactly comfortable with what we call the qualifying script. So at least they can qualify and make some money. So then they're getting licensed, they come back, and now they're going through a 2 to 3 week training. So where they're learning the full script, they're getting all their training, they're understanding product, they're going on and on with that. And then they have milestones. So the company has incentives as well as I do. So we're really big on incentivizing. We spend a lot of money on the agents. It takes us as a leadership team almost $5,000 to get the agent started out of our pocket. There's a lot of money that goes into it per agent.
That's crazy.
And only 1 in 3 will make it. So imagine how that looks.
A lot of investment.
A lot of investment on our
10 grand gone.
Yeah. And we divided it on because I have a whole downline.
Yeah.
So then they're coming in and they're hitting the dialer. They're grinding. I mean, they are in there 8 to 8. Why do they work in the evenings? Because that's when people are home. So they're prospecting in the morning. They're selling in the evening, typically. If they want to be stellar, they're going to work the weekends too. And I use this analogy all the time. If you were a pizza store owner and you had a pizza store business and you opened your business Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 4 p.m., you'd be the worst pizza store owner ever. So you have to grind it out your first year. Yeah. And the better you get. And the thing is with technology right now or with social media is great. So if they know how to utilize social media, then they can create their own exclusive leads. So we're trying to integrate them and show them the goal is to show them how to be self-employed, to be in business for themselves, not by themselves. And that's what it looks like. And these guys are doing it day in, day out. We should typically find leaders within the first year. We can tell who's going to go into leadership. Those are the ones that are leading from the front. And that's where they start their leadership career. They go from a writing agent to a career agent, which is a little bit better. Then they go into leadership, a field training agent. So they are I always say they're the liaison between the hierarchy and the fields. Okay. So they're there, they run their teams. Then you have the field sales leader that's running the field training agents. Then you have the satellite that typically has their own office, or it may be in an office. Then you have a division that's running their own deal, and the region oversees it, and then I oversee all of it.
You got it down packed.
Yes. Rinse and repeat.
Yes.
Yeah, that's how it works.
You could tell you love it.
I do love it. I absolutely love it. I love watching the agents come in and they're excited. I love to see it when they're selling their deals. And now it's so funny. My daughter's friends are coming in, so it's so funny when they come in and they're all
work with you?
Yeah, my daughter's friend. They're 18.
It's true. Does she work with you?
Hell no, he thinks they're all crazy. She'll come in the office, but she thinks everybody's crazy. She's like, I'm never doing this. No, she's not doing it. She's going to school for social media marketing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think your boys will join?
My son, my middle one, yeah, for sure. Yeah, absolutely.
He likes it?
Yeah. He's definitely into it. He likes the financial side of it. So yes, I think he will definitely do something in sales for sure.
Now for him, would you still go to college?
No.
Okay.
No, I wouldn't. My mom's gonna kill me for saying that because she's like, why are you not convincing? I don't think that every kid is the same.
I agree with you.
I really don't. I don't.
Agree.
I think for my daughter, I think she needs to go to college. And she wants to. That's right. She wants the college experience. I think my son is just not into it. Like, he's not going to go, he's not your frat guy. He's not going to sit, like, he's just not. If he wants to learn about business, he'll take a business course. Like, he's just not into it.
Right.
So no, I don't think every kid
No, I
needs to
agree.
go.
And the internet, technology nowadays, there's so much information out there.
Everything. Literally right now, you have everything at your fingertips that I don't think that if a child, look, the deal is he can't sit in my house and be lazy.
Right.
This is not going to happen.
No. Not
But
in your house.
If he has, no, absolutely not. No, hell no. No, he's going to be up at 4 a.m. with me.
Yes.
We're going to go through the boot camp together.
Just doing hot workouts.
I took him to one, yeah. I think, if you don't have a plan, you have to have a plan in life. So if he has no plan and he's sitting around, if he thinks he's just going to be laying up in my house and freeloading, it's not going to happen. But if this is really the path that he wants to go on, then I'll be supportive of it. I never thought I'd say that, but I will. I don't think that every kid goes to college.
I agree. I dropped out.
Yeah, I mean, I know so many people that did. So, yeah, I don't think my husband graduate? I don't think he did. Maybe he did. I don't know. Maybe he did. I hope so. No, I don't know. But he went to UCF also, and he wasn't like, college just wasn't for him. How many millionaires are out there that?
So many.
There are a ton.
The majority.
Yeah, so I don't know that college is for everybody. I think it's a great learning experience. I just don't know that it's for everybody.
Yeah.
Hey, if you work with digital marketing, online sales, or manage clients, you know the right tool makes all the difference. I use Go High Level, and I can guarantee that this all-in-one tool brings results for all my clients. With CRM, email, SMS, automation, scheduling, landing pages, and sales funnels, integrated and easy to use, management becomes simple, productivity increases, and campaigns perform way better. If you want to grow in an organized and efficient way, access my link and see how Go High Level can also change the way you work and sell.
What would you say to your 24-year-old self that was going through that turmoil? What would you tell? What do you wish that she knew then that you know now? What would you tell her?
I'd probably say it's going to be a bumpy ride, but at the end, it'll be well worth it. You're going to fall and, allow yourself grace. I think I'm my worst critic. Give yourself grace. There's going to be a lot of naysayers. Be careful about the people that you surround yourself with. Be cautious, proceed with caution, and just know that every lesson that you're going to endure is going to create a bigger picture for you. That's probably what I would say.
Are you able to enjoy the moment?
No. I think I don't always sometimes, I think for the most part I don't, because I'm always constantly in go mode.
Have you ever stopped and looked back and like, wow, look at what I've done?
No.
Why not?
Because you're only as good as your last sale. I don't think it matters what I did. I mean, it's, like I could have a great sales week, but it doesn't matter. We're resetting, so it doesn't matter what you did last week. It matters what you're going to do this week. So I don't think that,
It's quite a mindset.
I don't know.
It's awesome.
I don't know that it's awesome or crazy or whatever it is, but when you're in
It's disciplined.
It's disciplined. Yeah, I'm definitely disciplined. I think, but I think it's also, it's a double-edged sword. When is enough? When does it, when do you finally say like, this is okay? Like I'm in a good place.
Did you enjoy that cruise?
No, I did not like that cruise. The weather was awful. No, I did not. I enjoyed being with my family.
Okay.
I'll tell you, any time that I can be with, my best moments are when I'm with the three of my kids. And I get to sit at the table
that.
and I look like my husband is there and I look and I'm like, I created that. Like, I did that. Those are my best moments, is when the three of them, like when I find them laying in bed with me, they still do. They
That's
hold
awesome.
court. Like the best is, it's so crazy. I don't know why I'm telling you this, but like I hold court and they get me when I'm in the shower. So you see them all sitting around. My husband comes in, he's like, this is the crazy, I've never seen anything like this. My two sons are there, my daughter's there, and this is where they get me in the shower.
That's
and this is where
incredible.
they have the conversation.
It's incredible. Mom, we know where to find you.
Yeah. They do, but I am blessed with them. They like to be with their mom still, and I'm close with all three of them. So those are the moments that I enjoy. Those are the moments that I really live for, is the moments with them.
Yeah. Tell me something that you want them to remember you by.
I want them to know how hard I worked, not for me, but for them. I wanted to give them more than I ever had. Not that I was deprived, but you always want more for your kids than you had. And I want them to know how much I love them. You know, it was 100% pure love. It's unconditional love. You know, it's undying love. And I really do. I wake up and I go to sleep breathing them. Like my whole life revolves around them.
It's beautiful. Quick question, because
Yeah.
this is a whole podcast on itself, okay? But quickly touch on for me on the healthcare system of America.
Oof,
Just quickly,
it's controversial.
very. But I think my biggest question to you is there a fix?
No, not right now.
It's all baked in.
I think that it is so far gone.
Okay.
Like, where do you begin?
Right.
You know, I don't think that people really understand what happened with healthcare. You know, it's easy to point fingers. Oh, Trump did this. Trump didn't do this. Obama did it. Maybe, but not in
Yeah.
a bad sense.
I know what you mean.
I don't think that. I think his idea.
Do you
in
like
theory,
Obamacare?
for my business?
Yes.
I love it because it makes my business go round and round. But I think a lot of people, I think what people don't understand, and to quickly, you know, understand what happened was in 2014, President Obama came out with the Affordable Care Act. This is fact. This is not even a political debate. And I think in theory, his plan was everyone was going to get affordable insurance.
Right.
It didn't happen like that. Only two groups of people were really able to take advantage of it. People with pre-existing conditions, because now they can get insurance outside of an employer, and people that qualified for subsidies.
Got it.
So if you didn't fall within those two groups of people, unfortunately, your insurance premiums went all the way up. Now, the system became faulty because that insurance, those subsidies were never supposed to last 11 years. So now fast forward, you know, 2014, now we're at 2025, the end of last year, the government shuts down and everyone's at their wits' end. But everybody took advantage of the system. The drug companies did. Of
course.
You know, the hospitals took advantage of it, the insurance companies, everybody took a piece. People, self-employed people, they were hiding their income and taking advantage of it. I mean, this is truth.
Crazy.
This is not, you know,
Yeah,
this is not even, I'm not political either.
Yeah.
So then by 2025, at the end of 25, we find ourselves in a place where doctors don't want to practice medicine because they're not getting paid anymore from the insurance companies.
Right.
Drug costs are so high, people can't get the proper drugs that they need, right? And then you have other people taking complete advantage. So what do? You know, so that's where I think, where do you correct it? I don't know. I have no idea. Where do you correct it? Where do you start? Do you start with the drug administration? Do you start with the insurance companies? I don't know.
Do you think this country will have one day a form of universal health care?
I have no idea what they're going to do. I honestly couldn't tell you. I know that the system where they're at right now is not working.
Yeah.
Right now, you have millions upon millions of uninsured Americans right now. And who's going to eat the cost? It's going to be taxpayers.
For sure.
You know, that's what's going to end up happening.
And we're already deep in debt.
Yeah. So I have no idea what they're going to... I couldn't even tell you, like, where do you begin? Where do you start with? I have no idea. Right now, my business is doing great because we're private health insurance. So we've just got a 25% increase of people that got shut out of subsidies. They didn't extend them. So for us, and we sell outside of the open enrollment period. So my business is doing great. That's why we love Obamacare, because it's great.
That's
We're not
awesome.
Obamacare. We don't do anything on subsidies.
Got it.
But all of these people just, you know, they were just throwing off their subsidies because they can really afford it. So it made our business, we're doing really well this year.
That's awesome.
Yeah, good for me. I mean, but
Yes.
terrible for millions of uninsured Americans.
Yeah.
Yeah, and people that are going to have to pick it up.
That's crazy. Could there be a business around that? Could someone capitalize off of these people that are being dropped, or no? Or they lost hope?
I mean, they definitely have what you would call like starter plans where you can give them like minimal insurance, where they have access, because now they have these, oh my God, what do they call them? Service, what is it? The a la carte service, what do they call it? Concierge service. So I'm sure if you can find something
Got
affordable
it.
where they have like a concierge service where you maybe get one doctor office visit, one this, one that. The only problem is it's the big cost. You don't have insurance you don't go for the doctors. You have insurance for the big stuff. So who's covering the cost on that? That's the only issue.
Okay, so do me a favor. When we are done here, have one of your people call me. I currently do not have health insurance.
Okay.
We pay out of pocket. We just figured that it was probably easier and cheaper to pay out of pocket.
It is until something big happens.
Correct.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's
So
the
I
only problem.
want to look into that for the kids at least.
I would have something. I mean, I do, just in case. You know, you just
Yeah.
need it for the just in case. It's not for the
Right.
every case. You have it for the just in case. And for portability, especially when you're traveling. Like I travel to New York, I want to know something happens, we're good. Even a high deductible, just to have something.
Okay.
That's what I would say.
Cool.
No sales pitch here.
No.
I don't sell anymore.
I asked you for it.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't sell anymore. But yeah, I mean, I just think insurance is really important. It is important to have. It's just a shame what happened to healthcare. It's become unaffordable.
Yeah, it really has.
Yeah, unaffordable, high deductibles. Drug prices are so expensive. But yes, I do think that there is a business that you can capitalize on.
You're incredible.
I don't know about incredible, but you know.
You really are. You've built quite a business that you've given over 500 people the opportunity to be their own entrepreneurs, to be their own boss, to make their own money. It's incredible.
I never looked at it that way, but thank you.
Yeah.
That was very nice.
You've
Thank
opened so many
you.
doors.
I
You've helped
tried.
so many families. You've fed so many kids.
I like to think that. I think income is the outcome. It's not the objective. I don't think that's ever been the objective for me.
I need you to do me a favor.
Yeah.
I need you to stop and smell the roses.
I'm going to have to try that one day.
You have to try. You have to witness and see what you've accomplished.
Have you done that?
Sometimes I do it, yes.
You do?
I take time once a year to really stop and reflect and look back and be like, wow, look at what I've done. Like this year, I retired both my parents and my mother-in-law.
That's nice.
Moved them both to Florida. They were in New York.
I love that. That's
Yeah.
nice.
So, you know, so like things like that, it's why I work so hard, to be able to do these things.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. No, I bought my mom a house. I did. I didn't want her to have a mortgage. I didn't
That's
fully.
awesome.
I paid the rest of it. But yeah, I wanted my mom to be I didn't want her to ever have to worry. But I felt like I owed it to her.
It's awesome. Good for you.
Yeah. I mean, those are all. You're right. Those are. You know, it's sometimes you do have to stop and think and really reflect. But
Yeah.
it's a lot.
You bought your mom a house and you paid it off. That's incredible.
Yeah. I wish I could do more, you know?
Yeah.
I wish I can help her all the time. So, yeah, you're right. You're definitely right.
Tell me something that you would tell a young entrepreneur, someone starting off. What would you tell them?
Don't give up. There's going to be a lot of hard times, but any great person or any successful person has fallen so many times. And when you fall, you don't use that as failure. You use it as a learning block or a tool that's just going to make you better in the end. And you can ask any great professional out there or great anybody out there, they'll tell you that you have to fall in order to succeed. So if you want to be great, just get ready to fail.
Incredible. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I appreciate you coming here today and taking your time to share your incredible message.
Thank you. I appreciate you having me. You asked some great questions.
Thank you. Let everyone know where they can find you, if they want to work with you, if they want insurance, whatever you want to share, your social media, whatever you want to share.
Yeah, if you're
Your
looking
podcast.
if you're looking for a job and you want to be in business for yourself, not by yourself, and uncapped income potential, you can reach me at the Dorne region, or you can find me on social at Mara Dorn or on my website maradorn.com. If you type in Mara Dorn, you will find me anywhere. On LinkedIn, you will definitely find me. My podcast is BILF, so if you want to see some great entrepreneurs, meet some amazing people, tune in. You'll see some incredible stories.
Thank you, Mara Dorn. You are incredible. I appreciate you.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
Guys, that was incredible. If you are looking to be an entrepreneur and get into sales, reach out to Mara. Like, subscribe, hit that bell notification, and we'll see you guys next time.